harder. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me.
Tszyu Lopez, 11-0, 9 KOs. The best to do it right now in the game. Mr. Takeover. Shout out to BN Boxing News.
Hey, girls, continue. I'll be welterweight champion of the world. Everybody go follow BN Boxing News.
Salute, salute, salute. Yes, indeed. Y'all already know who this is. I'm very excited, man. I couldn't go to sleep without talking about this fight. Rollie Romero versus Isaac Cruz. Hell of a fight. I think we all knew that someone was going to get stopped. Like, we knew. I don't think anyone knew exactly who it was going to be. But let me say this here. I was actually going for Isaac Cruz to stop Rollie. For many reasons, man. I'll tell you some of my reasons. One, Rollie just recently changed coaches, and I knew he hadn't really had enough fights to get reacclimated with his coaches, with his new coach. Two, Rollie had a kind of a bit of a layoff due to some type of injury. So, you know how I feel about layoffs, right? And three, I didn't think that Rollie did so hot on his last fight against the old man. You know, I felt that Rollie lost that fight and he was given a gift. So I kind of felt like Rollie, lost that one. So I didn't think that he was going to be, he could have kept getting gifts after gifts after gifts. And I kind of felt like Pitbull being more of a hungry fighter, he was going to get Rollie. And let me tell you, man, as this fight went on, man, it was what's going on with you, Hanky TV? Oh, Hanky TV, he didn't deserve to fight Tank. Who didn't deserve to fight Tank, Hanky? Both of these guys fought Tank, and I think that now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Hanky. I think that Isaac Cruz has just earned the rights to fight Tank again, man. I think that he's gonna fight Tank by the end of this year. Watch what I tell you. Yeah, Rollie was garbage, bro. Rollie was garbage. That was an in-house fight, by both fighters being with Mayweather promotion. That was an in-house fight to get both fighters paid. And as you can see, he was exposed tonight. He was beat up. Basically, Cruz had him wobbled in many instances during the fight. Cruz had his high guards up and just kept his head and Rollie's chest all night, coming forward with high guard up, throwing wild punches, man. Kept on trying to hit him with that left hook. And guess what? That left hook was his kryptonite. We said it before the fight. Rollie basically always get hit with the left. And guess what? Tonight, that's what ended the fight. Freaking left hook. I mean, Rollie just didn't do anything, man. Rollie, he just stayed moving, He didn't really try to land much on Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz just kept pressing Rollie all night, man. Kept pressing Rollie and kept just landing these shots on Rollie. Rollie just kept on trying to stick and move. He wasn't really trying to do much to Isaac Cruz, man. Isaac Cruz kept on trying to just drop the bomb on him, bro. I mean, it was a hell of a fight. It was one hell of a fight. And I really did enjoy it. I really wanted to see Rollie do more to Isaac Cruz, but he didn't, man. He didn't show us shit. He showed us that he can move around. I saw that. But outside of moving, using his legs, I didn't see nothing else from Rollie. Rollie has power. We have been told that in normal, in several different instances, but I didn't see him try to land anything with substance against Isaac Cruz. Like they said, it was a Chihuahua in there against a pit bull, and guess what? It looked like that tonight. It looked like a damn Chihuahua against a pit bull, because the way how Isaac Cruz was coming in that bad boy, man, with his high guard up, with his just putting his head in and roll his chest, coming at him, bro, like a bad, mean pit bull. I mean, man, it was devastating for him, bro. I say he's gonna catch him with one of these devastating left hooks, and when he land one, it won't be good for him. And earlier during the fight, he landed a couple, and Rollie was on wobbling legs, but the bell, he was saved by the bell. And I said, you know what? He was saved by the bell this time. It's gonna happen to him again. And as the fight went on, Rollie just did the same old shit, just dancing around, using his little jab, trying to keep Pitbull off him, just trying to keep Pitbull off him. He wasn't really throwing nothing out there. He wasn't really throwing nothing with no pepper, nothing, no type of hot, nothing hot, just throwing a little something out there, nothing hot. Nothing to keep Pitbull ass off him, Modern King Boxing, what's good? Shout out to you. Shout out to Isaac Cruz. You're right. Isaac Cruz, I was going for Isaac Cruz. I wanted to see him stop Rollie shit talking ass, man. I wanted to see him stop Rollie shit talking ass. He talking too much shit and he can't fight. I'm glad he lost. He doesn't deserve to be a champion. He don't deserve to be a champion. Salute to you, Modern King. Salute to you. All is good over here. Just talking a little shit, man. I had to get on here, talk a little shit about this, man. A little post-fight boxing talk, about this here, man. This was an awesome fight. I knew somebody was gonna get knocked out, man. I was going for Isaac Cruz. Just the way how Isaac Cruz just steamrolled Rollie, man. Rollie looked like a novice in the ring versus Isaac Cruz, man. Isaac Cruz looked like he was just the guy in there that was just, like he was like the professional boxer, and Rollie looked like he was just a novice, man, in there. Like he didn't know what to do. Like he just, and he looked like that from round 1 all the way to round 8 when it ended, man. It's almost like when he felt Isaac's power, like he was just lost, man. And we all know Rollie has a little power too, but why wasn't he trying to land anything? I was a little confused with that shit, bro. Modern King says exactly. Rollie's is not very disciplined. He let Cruz come up and steal his glory, fam. He did. Cruz came in there, bro, and beat his ass, man. Took it all from him, bro. And that's a wrap for him, bro. That's a wrap for Rollie Romero, dude. I think what's going to happen now with Cruz, man, I think Cruz is going to end up fighting Tank. I think he's going to finally get that Tank rematch that he's been asking for at 140. Because I don't know if he can go back down to 135. I think Tank will probably come up to fight him for a nice payday if the price is right. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen, bro. I think it's going to happen. I know Tank will go up and down. He'll go 135, 140. He'll do it for the right price, for the right fighter. I know he will. Hank and TV said he think Rollie was drunk. Rollie act scared in the ring, bro. Even when he was coming out, man, he was doing his little ring walk. He looked like he was scared, He looked scared, bro. He didn't have that vicious look like he had during previous fights, he just looked like he was kind of worried, man. And it showed in the ring, bro, very early on. He just came in there, and like I said, Isaac Cruz put relentless pressure on his ass from the opening bell. And Rollie just wasn't on steady legs, man, from the get-go. When the first time Isaac Cruz touched him to the last second of the last round, round 8, I mean, every time Rollie was hit, it just seemed like he wanted to go down, you know. Although, if I'm not mistaken, in round 5 or round one of those rounds, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if anybody else see, his glove hit that damn canvas. That should have been a knockdown. I forgot what round it was. He was hit so hard, his glove touched the freaking canvas. But the referee did not see it. It did not count as a freaking knockdown. So he should have got a count, a 10 count on that as a knockdown. But the referee did not see it, you know. But that's some bullshit. Hank at TVC, I don't see Tank going backwards, beating up on the same dude. Man, the price is right. You got to remember, Tank beat up Isaac Cruz with one hand. And a lot of people said that they think that Isaac Cruz won that fight. So if I beat you up with one hand and everybody think that you beat me already, what do you think I'm gonna do to your ass if I got both hands and the price is right? I'm gonna definitely fight you, make some good money for the right price. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But on some real shit, Isaac Cruz came in on the 7th round. He had Rollie in the 7th round, man. He landed some hot shit on Rollie and had Rollie, man, gone. But Rollie was saved by the bell. So in the beginning of the 8th round, you can see where they talked to Rollie. The referee and everything, they spoke to Rollie and probably told Rollie, look, man, you gotta let your hands go, man. If he get you like that again, we're gonna have to stop this shit. I don't know what the hell Rollie said. And the round 8 started. And automatically, right when the round started, you can see where Rollie was still on wobbling legs. And then automatically, I got pissed off at the referee because the referee wanted Isaac Cruz side to tape up some loose glove or some loose, thread or whatever on Isaac Cruz glove. I'm like, man, hell with that shit, man. You giving this man Rollie some time to rest. But really and truly, you also gave Isaac Cruz time to rest. Soon they did that shit, man. Isaac Cruz came out, caught Rollie with a right, and then caught him with a left hook and started wheeling off on him, bro. And the fight was over, bro. Victory. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, the new WBA 140-pound lightweight champion. That shit was awesome. Junior lightweight champion. That shit was awesome. That shit was awesome. Isaac Cruz, a freaking champion at 140. Wow. And I heard he called out Matias after the fight. I don't know what he's gonna do with that. It definitely makes sense. Definitely makes sense, bro. He's gonna beat his ass. Martin King Boxing said Cruz versus Tank makes perfect sense because Tank will fight a boxer who has a belt that's his same size. Yeah, Tank gonna definitely fight him. Tank gonna definitely fight him, bro. Because he has a belt, and they're gonna pay him. Bro. So Tank gonna go up there, beat his ass, take his belt, make some good money. It's an easy victory for Tank. Why not go there and knock his ass out? The way how Pitbull like to just jump in there with his, you see how Pitbull jump in there with a high guard up? I mean, that's an easy victory for Tank. I mean, the little bum rush and shit that he does all night long. I mean, Rollie, I don't know what type of fight game Rollie was on, but Rollie could have did Rollie fight game plan was dog shit. What's up, Carlton Pagano Jackson? Man, I'm chilling out, man. Just talking about this fight, man. We knew. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. I appreciate y'all, man. It's free, man. Hit the like button for your boy. You heard me? Hit the like button for your boy. We knew somebody was gonna get knocked out. We just didn't know who it was, who it was gonna be. Personally, I was going for Isaac Cruz. But at the end of the day, you know, both of the fights that I said that I was gonna, you know, I was going for, like, we had bets on these fights, right? Automatically, I said Lara was gonna win. I didn't know who the guy was Lara was fighting. I said I was going for Isaac Cruz, and I was going for the Tyrant Inferno, Sebastian Fundora, you know. And guess what? All the guys I wanted to win won tonight. I mean, it was a great night of boxing for me personally. I mean, I'm 3-0 tonight, baby. I'm 3-0 tonight. Rollie was all balanced all night. That's exactly what I said. From round one, I said that shit, dude. I said that shit. He was on wobbly legs from round one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it might have been Hankin that said that it seemed like he was drunk. Hankin might have said that he was drunk. He might have came in that bitch drunk. Somebody said that shit, bro. Freaking called him Pagano Jackson. Said he seemed like that man was all balanced all night. Now I think he was just scared. Let his nerves desert him. And Pitbull Cruz took advantage of that shit, man. Just kept his head in his chest all night, just putting relentless pressure on him, man. Just kept that left hook coming. Just kept that pressure on him, just throwing bows at him, man. I mean, just kept it coming, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. In the 5th round, you ever watch, Pitbull hit Rollie with a nice fucking elbow. In the 5th round, you watch that fight, bro. It was a nice elbow. And all Rollie could do was just look at him. Hit him with a clean fucking elbow. Hit him with a nice elbow, bro. Old school shit. Carlton Pagano Jackson said, man, he was off. Back leg was wobbling and shit. Yeah, he was just, wasn't his night, bro. He was off that Henny. Yeah, he was on some shit, bro. He was just, his nerves was deserting him. He wasn't ready for it. But they said the Pitbull beat up a Chihuahua. They call this particular fight. I mean, he got mauled, bro. He got mauled. I mean, that was a perfect right hand, and then when he got hit with the right, basically what ended up happening was he got hit with the right, and then Rollie tried to move to the left. And he tried to move to the left. That left hook was waiting for his ass, and that was a wrap. The left hook caught him, and man, referee was ready to stop that shit. It was a TKO stoppage. WBA champion right there. I mean, that was beautiful. Did you agree with the point deduction on Rollie? I've seen Haney hold more than that and get away with it. Nah, I don't agree with that shit, bro. Sometimes, you know, these referees try to jump on and try to make it their fight with all that type of bullshit, bro. I don't agree with that. They didn't need to do all of that type of shit. Sometimes that can throw a fighter off when you start deducting points from them, bro. You know, I don't agree with that, bro. I don't agree with that. I mean, that's part of fighting. You know, that's part of the fighting, bro. That's part of fighting. You know, after that, you pretty much knocked that man off his game, and like you said, Cruz got busy. Once he told that man he couldn't hold on. He couldn't hold on to Cruz. Cruz got shit. He set Cruz on a rampage, and as you can see, Cruz got busy and started beating that man's ass, bro. That was a hell of a fight, though, man. That was a hell of a fight. I enjoyed it, though, bro. Colton Pagano Jackson said Rollie couldn't even clinch without a ref. Yeah. A lot of times these refs get involved a little bit too much for me, bro. These refs get involved a little bit too much. These refs need to, like I said, clinching is part of boxing, bro. I don't know if these refs know that shit, but clinching is part of boxing. You're supposed to clinch. I mean, that's part of it, bro. I mean, who don't clinch? Floyd Mayweather clinch. Everybody clinch. I think it's excessive clinching is a problem. I didn't think that Rollie was clinching too much. It's just when a motherfucker just wheeling off on you, you gotta hold him, you gotta stop him some kind of way. But all these fights was awesome, man. All these fights was awesome. Man, let me talk about the main event though, bro. Whew. Man. Let's talk about the main event. Lord. Let's talk about the main event. Lord. Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. Of course, we all know that Sebastian Fundora was a last-minute replacement for Keith Thurman, who had a bicep injury. And my problem with Tszyu, he was already overlooking Sebastian Fundora and talking about who he wanted to fight next, and he wanted to fight. He was talking about he wanted to fight Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. I mean, he was talking about the fight after next. He wasn't even talking about this fight. He was so cocky. He was talking all this shit. He was already talking about the next fight. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He got what he deserved. And definitely Colton Pagano Jackson, all the fights was definitely 100% nice fights. And this fight right here, the main event was labeled the bloodbath. Somehow it went in one of the early rounds. It looked like Tszyu, the top of his head hit Sebastian Fundora's elbow, and it put a big ass gash on the top of his head. His head was bleeding profusely. I think it happened in the third round, because prior to the third round, I think round 1 and round 2, Tszyu looked like he was doing pretty good. I mean, he was landing some nice shots on the Tower Inferno on Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian Fundora, his game plan was to just come in there and just throw a jab out there just to blind Tszyu. Just throw that jab out there. Nothing hot, just throw a jab out there just to blind him, just to keep a jab in his face, move around. Throw a jab in his face, just move around. Throw a jab in his face, just move around. Nothing hot. Just keep a jab in his face. Keep a jab in his face. Keep a jab in his face. Every now and then, throw a little uppercut. Every now and then, throw a little hook. But just keep a jab in his face. Keep a jab in his face. Move around. Use your legs. Use your legs. Keep his legs. Move his legs. And but at the same time, Tszyu was trying to stalk him down, and he was trying to land some hot shit. Tszyu, everything he threw, he was throwing some very high shit. He was throwing some straight lefts, some straight rights. I mean, he was trying to lunge in there and throw some high shit, and he was landing it. And everything he landed on Sebastian Fundora. It had some spark to it. You could see Sebastian Fundora's head just launch to the back. I'm like, Lord, he's gonna knock this young man out. But Sebastian Fundora had a hell of a chin. I mean, he said, you know what? I learned from last time. I'm gonna stand on my feet. I'm gonna take this shit. And basically just drug Tszyu on to the later rounds, right? To keep on dragging him to the deep waters. You got to understand that Tszyu had a bit of a situation with all the blood going in his eyes. He couldn't see. When you have all that going on, man, you could tell that he never really had any type of hardship before during a fight. And he was just going through it, and he just like you could just tell that he was not himself. He couldn't even think. I mean, going from round 3 all the way to the end of the fight, he was always in a state of desperation. And at the same time, Sebastian Fundora was doing the same old shit. Just kept a jab in his face the entire time with no pepper. Sebastian Fundora dude, he should have been putting some type of substance on that jab. You should have been putting some type of stank on that shit, bro. You should have been trying to light this man ass up, bro. How you just putting a jab in his face and you ain't trying to throw nothing out there, no type of power shot. Definitely respect Tszyu, man, because Tszyu come out there to win. Not saying that Sebastian Fundora didn't come out there to win. They both did. But I like it when a motherfucker come out there trying to come out there trying to break something. You know what I'm saying? Yep, smart box. That's the length was needed. That's the first time I ever seen Sebastian Fundora come out there and he actually used his height and he used his length. I think he learned from the last time trying to fight small that shit there, could be dangerous. In spots, he was fighting close up. And every time he did that shit, he was getting touched up by Tszyu. And I was saying, look, here you go, fighting Tszyu's fight again. You got to go back out there and keep that damn jab in Tszyu's face. Keep that damn jab in his face. Keep that damn jab in his face. But put some pepper on that beast. Put some stank on it. Put some stank on it. Put some stank on it. Because you can't just keep a jab in his face and not putting no extra sauce on that shit. Put some sauce on that shit to where this man can feel it, where this man can back up. You know what I'm saying? He just kept on just tapping him, just tap, 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 tap. At the end of the day, he did enough to win the fight. I think the right man won the fight. And I'm glad the judges had it right. The right man won the fight. I'm glad Sebastian Fundora won the fight. He's definitely the unified champion. He done enough to win the fight. But like I said, I think that he won the fight mainly because of the situation that Tszyu was in with the bloody head, with the blood in his eyes, obscuring his vision, where he couldn't see. And he was just in a state of just couldn't see, and I think he was just always in a state of desperation. I think that if they was to take a rematch, I think things may go the other way next time. I definitely think that you got to have that equalizer that back a guy up like a Tszyu. You just can't just keep that jab in his face with nothing to pepper his ass up, bro. You got to put something on his ass. You got to. Carlos Pagano said, right, give him a hook or something. Yeah. He was just tapping this man all night, bro. And I was just like, God, man, give him something. Give him something. Add some sprinkles to this man or something, dog. why don't you give him like that, them uppercuts like you was giving Lubin? Give this man something. I kept on yelling, uppercut this man. Shit. Jorge Pagano said he was boxing not to lose, but I get it. The paranoia from the last fight. Yes. That's what I was saying too, bro. He was fighting scared to get knocked out. You could just tell. He wasn't being himself. Like that shit had him scared, like scared straight. Cole Pagano Jackson said, yep, I agree. If that cut didn't happen, it would have been different. Yes, it would have been different, bro. Because I think that Tszyu his vision would have been obscured. And Tszyu, those power shots he was throwing, some would have landed, and it would have been different. It would have been different because, like I said, Sebastian Fundora wasn't landing nothing of substance. He wasn't landing nothing of substance. You got to land something that's gonna pepper somebody up. You can't just be landing some shit just to obscure their vision, just a little pop, just peppering the motherfucker. You got to pepper him up. Then you gotta land something that's gonna put a little stank on, make them know, oh shit, I ain't coming back this way. I ain't coming through that door. Oh no, I ain't coming that way. Oh no, I ain't coming that way. You got to wake them up. You got to make them know you ain't coming this way. You ain't fucking with this dude. You know? And I just felt like you was giving this man every reason to keep coming back. And I had a problem with that. You just, you should have just, but all in all, it was a great fight. The right man won tonight, but mainly because of a cut. I'm going to be straight up with you, I was glad that he won, but I think that if things went the other way, if that cut didn't happen, he probably would have got knocked out tonight. Yep. Carl Pagano said the power shots were crucial. Yeah. His skinny ass was not feeling it. Man, look. If I'm gonna be straight up, bro. If at the end of the day, if that shit didn't happen to that boy, he was gonna get stopped tonight. Because those power shots would have been landed, but he'd have got stopped. So he got away with a good one. That boy head landed on the elbow was a good one for him. He became a unified champion. He could put that shit on his resume. He could celebrate that shit. But I don't know how long he's gonna be unified champion. Not fighting like that. Not fighting scared. Because that's exactly how he was fighting tonight. He was fighting scared. I don't think he used to fight scared prior to getting knocked out by Brian Mendoza. Prior to that, he was fighting, you know how he was fighting in the fucking pocket. Just fighting small, just throwing shit. But, tonight he was just fighting, I don't know, that wasn't him. Carl Pagano said Fundora would have been lights out without that cut. I agree. It's been lights out, man. I mean, he got a freebie. He got a unified championship tonight, man. The boy got 2 belts tonight. That boy's a champion. That boy at home sitting back with 2 black eyes. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that boy couldn't see shit, but that boy still was black in his eyes. That boy still was landing some powerful shots. I mean, everything that Tszyu was landing on him was with substance. Tszyu was trying to take his fucking head off. Tszyu wasn't playing with him, bro. Tszyu was trying to knock his block off. While he's sitting there just trying to sprinkle Tszyu with a little fucking jab here and a jab there. Just trying to throw little blinding shots just to keep Tszyu off of him. You know, that ain't what it is, bro. You supposed to try to throw those jabs out there to keep him off you. Then when he try to come in, you supposed to hit him with something. Hit him with something nice. When he try to come in that motherfucker to try to land something, you supposed to pop him with something nice. He said, I feel it. Called Bogota said, I feel it. On the next, Spence won't. Yeah, Spence want that heat too, want that smoke too. LOL, yeah, Spence came out there, called him out. Yeah, little sprinkles, dog. He was just throwing little sprinkles out there. You know how it go. Called Pagano Jackson, right. He had nothing to lose. Swing that motherfucker like you want it. Man, look. Those last couple of rounds, boy, when you seen that boy Tim Tszyu coming out there, bro, Swift Tim Tszyu, they might have told Tim Tszyu, look, bro, I think you're down the scorecards. Tim Tszyu was coming like he was trying to knock that boy block off, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button for your boy. Make sure y'all hit the like button for your boy. Tim Tszyu was coming like he was trying to knock that boy head clean off the swivel, dog. Tim Tszyu was trying to knock him off, bro. At the end of the day, I was like, man, I hope this fight hurry up again, because the way this boy's fighting scared, and he ain't trying to throw nothing out there that got any type of power, any type of stank on it. I just need this shit to end, because I know he was ahead on the scorecard, and I wanted it to be over, because all it took was for one punch, and this shit would have been done with, and I wanted it to be done with. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I like the Tower Inferno, but do I like the Tower Inferno over Errol Spence? No. I want Errol Spence to body him. I want Errol Spence to body him. Because he fight Errol Spence anywhere like he fought this guy tonight, he gonna get beat up. Because he fought scared, and he didn't do much. I mean, everybody already knew that Tim Tszyu was not that experienced, and he was just a hype job. And he was gonna get exposed. And if he got exposed by Fundora like that, I don't know what y'all think Terrence Crawford was gonna do to him. Terrence Crawford probably gonna stop him in the first round, if you want to be real with it. Most definitely. You think they rematch? I definitely think so. I definitely think, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I definitely think so. I definitely think so. But, like I said, man, great fights tonight, though, man. Shots out to Aegis Laura with his victory tonight. I mean, he knocked the guy out tonight. He knocked the fellow out. I mean, 40-year-old man still got some hell of firepower. I mean, shit. That shit. He ain't look like he landed much, but shit. It was bam, and that motherfucker was gone. Shouts out to Pitbull. I mean, it looked like you bit the Chihuahua. Hopefully you shut the Chihuahua up. And finally, definitely shouts out to Fundora, man. You stepped in there on a short notice, and you in a bloodbath fight, man. You beat up Tim Tszyu, man. I mean, he needed it. That boy needed to be humbled. The way he was talking shit, you know. So hopefully now he's humbled now after he got his ass kicked. I think that's what he needed. He realized that, you know, in boxing, anything can happen. Any night could be an off night. And tonight, with that situation happening, man, with him getting a busted head, he had an off night. And he got his ass kicked pretty bad. So, I mean, with that being said, man, it's 2:30 a.m. over here. And I'd like to thank you, man, Carlos Pagano, man, for coming in Thank y'all for all the support. Thank y'all for everything, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Always. That's for damn sure. He got a piece of humble pie. Yes, indeed, he did. Next time, he gonna focus on what's at hand. He won't focus on what's behind him. He gonna focus on what's at present, not some shit that ain't happened yet. You know, and he'll learn. Because what he was trying to focus on, guess what? That shit ain't gonna happen now. Nobody wants to fight you now because you got your ass kicked. But it is what it is, man. Definitely, as always, my brother. You know, just come in here and show a little love, and I appreciate everything, man. Make sure I hit the like button on the way out. I just want to come in here and talk about a little post-fight. And with that being said, y'all already know who this is. Y'all already know what this is. Make sure I hit the like button on y'all way out. And with that being said, I'm out here. Peace.